Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. We are still in Mental Health Awareness Week, so a little plug, Broken Crayons Still Colour, and I'm also highlighting PTSD awareness. So if there's anybody out there with mental health issues or any employers looking to hire new staff, hire people that have got mental health issues. It's not a big thing. They need support, they need encouragement, they need work, they have a whole skill set and a knowledge set that's second to none. We need to be hiring people, and especially ex-veterans. This t-shirt comes to you today with thanks from Final RV, a veterans charity set up and run by veterans, selling clothing and all sorts of goodies. And as I say, it's run by veterans, all the money goes to supporting veterans, and that's what we need to do. But we also need to remember the civilian population that have mental health issues. Right, that said, we are busting two myths this evening. The first one is, and they are both Squire, the first one is a little, and I think it's 40 mils, padlock. Now, I was given this by a guy called Taff, so thanks Taff, this has kept me busy all day. I was given this because he's forgotten the combination, and I have watched a bazillion videos on YouTube, all telling me how easy it is. You either press down hard on the button, or you press down gently on the button, you press on the shackle, or you pull on the shackle, although this is spring-loaded. Many variations of the same thing, and they all say there'll be little clicks as you move the wheels around. You'll feel a small gate, you'll feel a bigger gate, it has to be lined up exactly. You'll hear the difference, you'll feel the difference in the button, you'll feel the difference in the wheel. It's not easy to do, but you will notice it. I would like to bust the myth. I have been on this all day, trying all variations of pushing the shackle, pulling the shackle, pushing the button, and the shackle, pulling the shackle, pressing the button. And I have failed completely. There are about 3 clicks between each number. They are very small clicks, there's a very small movement, and when pressing the button, all the gates feel the same. They do not jam up, there is no bigger gap between one and another. The clicks are the same sound, the same feeling, the same density, however you want to word it. Everything is exactly the same. So unless the people on YouTube are modelling old models, and this would probably be a new and improved version, I'm busting the myth. This is not as easy to pick as you would think. I would recommend these very highly. They are excellent little padlocks, and I simply can't get into it because the wheels don't jam up. There aren't big gates and small gates. It is uniform all the way through. And I started my first year of doing nothing but padlocks, and I have done hundreds of different types. So, along with that, and to make new people coming into the trade feel better, I've even used these little shims. I have a whole range of different sizes. They come in my little box here, and I have had an enormous success with about 70% of the padlocks I've attacked. These are perfect. I tried shimming them in here, and I could not get this open. It's got enough gap to go down and slip in and twist around. I have tried facing them both ways and opposite ways, and the shims are not working either. I even got the reset key, looked up how to reset one, and tried to reset the numbers without opening it first. And I have failed. I am happy to say I have failed, because I think this is either an updated version of an old padlock, or the people on YouTube have got so much knowledge and experience in these things that they're doing something they're missing. This is not as easy to get into as you would think. So that is the first myth busted. Second myth. These have a rating of 4 out of 10 security. 4-wheel combinations, you can also get the 5-wheel combinations. I went out and bought these for the 2M security shop, and I opened one up because I wanted to try and practice. Now, in short, they say you pull very hard back on the bolt here, and you give the wheel a little wiggle, see what the gate is like, and then you move on to the next one, and you pull the bolt back, and you give it a little wiggle, and they say that the gate is much larger in the correct number than in the wrong number. So the small number would be a tiny little sort of wiggle like this when pulling on here, give a little wiggle like this, but if it's the correct number, there'd be a lot more movement. Now, I have spent literally weeks working on all these, just for fun, because as you can see, if you screw this into your wood, you can just unscrew it. Makes the lock completely obsolete, unless you're to solder in where the screw head is, or shear off the head so that people can't remove it that easily, or maybe even rivet it in if it's to metal. But, putting that aside, I have spent literally weeks working on trying to decode this, and I have failed. The gates all feel fairly large, they all feel the same size, the wheels go around very smoothly. There really is no differential in the clicks or the movement or the size of the gate. And again, unless this is an update version or I am missing something, I would recommend these because these are not as easy as they are shown on YouTube. However hard you pull back, soft or gently, the gate is not immediately obvious of being a large or small one, and in fact sometimes pulling on this makes no difference, the wheel will just go around anyway. So it's really not as simple. I even took the back here to see if I could bend these out of the way, to see if I could get any clues to the correct combination, because often they say, oh, you can look down the back and you can see a gap or see a hole or a peg or a mark. But I even bent all of these out of the way and I studied the back and I still could not see what the combination is. So in this special mental health awareness edition number 2, this is the second lock I would recommend, and I would also say that I'm busting the myth of how easy they are to pick. They are not that easy to do, although I would welcome advice and comments, positive only please. Negative comments will be removed, but as I say, they're not as easy as you think to pick. They are good locks, this is a good padlock. I'm at a loss as to how to get into this one, but I will continue, and if I do find a way of doing it, then I may well do another video and show you how. So that's it. So do be aware that when you're employing people, even with mental health issues, broken crowns still colour. People are still able to do many, many things, and it really does not matter if they have mental health issues, because we can adapt, adjust and overcome. So have a great week, and be kind to everybody, support each other. Thank you for watching, come back soon.